Hey everyone, welcome back to the Road to Superman Legacy. This is the web series where we follow all the updates and rumours regarding the Superman reboot. This is episode 9 and today we have a pretty controversial update which we will get straight into. Now this video was uploaded yesterday but it was taken down by YouTube for copyright infringement for the interview I included. And since then I have got a copyright strike against my channel. It was completely my fault. I was rushing to get the video released as I was going out for dinner and completely forgot that I needed to credit the source, and I probably shouldn't have used the audio clip at all. It's something I will learn from, but that is why yesterday's video has gone. But today here is an updated version of that video with some more information from James Gunn, who has had his say on this matter. So the first half of the video is what I made yesterday and the second half is with the added information from James Gunn. I will leave a timestamp in the description below for those of you who watched yesterday's video and just want to hear the brand new information. So I hope you all enjoy. Bassem Youssef, an Egyptian-American comedian, just revealed that he believes he lost a role in Superman Legacy because he was speaking out about Palestine. He said, "I was a little bit bitter about losing the role and I was kind of very sad. Like, why in the United States of America you can talk about Joe Biden and you can talk about Donald Trump, but you cannot criticize a foreign government, which is kind of very sad. Because of that, I was cast in the movie Superman and then they told me we changed the script after this Piers Morgan interview. I want to assume good faith. I want to know, I want to believe that this is true. I was a little bit bitter and I wanted to go, I was like, oh, screw DC, screw Warner Brothers. But then I understand. I understand the emotional burden that those people have. I mean, those people have a connection with Israel. I understand. For them, Israel is not a place, it's not just a country, it's an emotional connection because those people and their ancestors went through generational trauma that I understand. So for them, the whole world, when they give up on them, they have a place, a strong place that can defend them. So I can understand that connection. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. Firstly, this is far more political than I ever like to get on the channel, and secondly, I really don't know the full ins and outs of this situation between Israel, Hamas, and Palestine. So to state a full opinion on the matter wouldn't be right of me. All I believe is that I want peace and for everyone to just get along. So this is more about wanting to hear your guys' opinion on this. And by the way the majority of people are reacting on Twitter to this doesn't sound good for Superman Legacy. People on social media are saying that with the rumor that the movie deals with conflict in the Middle East, then this movie really sounds like a bad idea now. However, I've heard some saying Bassem was going to play someone in the Middle East, but those scenes were removed from the script, and so he was no longer needed for the film, which makes sense if true, and is the official reasoning Warner Brothers gave him. Others are saying politics shouldn't be in the workplace, and so it makes sense for him to lose the role. Also saying Warner Brothers and DC don't want to be connected to someone's political views like that. Now, as for that specific opinion, I can really weigh in on that. I don't think actors or anyone should have to silence their views to be able to work, especially when it is to do with fighting for peace. I don't like the idea of having to be a puppet to work for a company or only saying things they approve of. You can say you represent the company you work for, but I think it's more important to represent yourself. I think you should be able to stand up for what you believe in, and employers shouldn't be able to hold that against you unless you obviously are saying something truly awful. So as for that aspect, if they removed him from the movie for speaking up against genocide, then that is a disgusting thing from DC Studios. However, Grace Randolph has said the movie changed its story from conflict in the Middle East to conflict in Eastern Europe, and if that's the case, then Bassem isn't needed for the movie anymore, as he was apparently supposed to play a Middle Eastern villain. And if that is the case, and it was purely due to changing the script, which was the official explanation he got, then this makes complete sense and there is nothing to worry about. Gunn has stated that conflict in the Middle East isn't true, so I would assume that the location has changed as it wasn't the best decision to have it take place there. But what I will say about this whole situation is that Bassem said he got an answer from the studio. They said the script changed. That is the official answer. He is guessing that the reason why he actually got removed was because of what he has said about Palestine. So to see a lot of people jumping on his assumption and going with it is quite a dangerous thing to do. Why is it that all of a sudden some fans are taking what he said as a fact and attacking the movie? It's so dangerous to hear just one side of the story and take it as a fact. Now, if more information comes out from either side, then I will definitely be making another video about this, because this could really impact the movie and my interest in the film. I'm a firm believer in innocent until proven guilty, so as of right now, this is just an accusation, and not even that. He said he was told the official reasoning and said this is his own assumption based on that. Millie Alcock, who is our new Supergirl, has been vocal about being pro-Palestine too, and Isabella Merced and Skylar Gisondo have been vocal on the situation as well, so that gives further evidence to Bassem being wrong in his assumptions. Not only this, but Gunn has made it clear he doesn't care about people's political views, which is great and proves even more that Bassem's assumptions are most likely wrong. So unless we have any more information that helps proves his assumption to be correct, I will be thinking that it was to do with script changes. So now here is the brand new updates from James Gunn. IGN released an article soon after stating a source close to the production, however, disputes Yusuf's timeline, telling IGN that Yusuf's character was dropped from Superman Legacy well before the Piers Morgan interview. So they claim that Yusuf, assuming he was actually removed for his comments in the Piers Morgan interview, is completely inaccurate because his character was actually dropped from the movie well before that interview. And James Gunn has backed this up by saying that the article is accurate. Deadline also weighed in on this and said, "We hear that Yusuf taped an audition pre-actors strike for the role Ruman Harjadi. However, by the time Gunn turned in final shooting strike post-writer's strike ending in late September, that role was cut. This was all before the tragic events of October 7th, 2023. Hence, per the Superman Legacy production source, no official ask was made to Yusuf. Given that the actors strike was still going on in late September and didn't end until early November, no communication about Yusuf obtaining or not obtaining the role would have been communicated to him." So if you're not going to take IGN's word for it, then you can take Deadline's word for it. And if you're not going to take Deadline's word for it, then you can take James Gunn's word for it. Someone said to Gunn, he definitely should, given that right now it's one word against another. Drama would easily be resolved in this way. And Gunn responded with, "There isn't one word against another. Basim and I talked and we're good. I understand how he thought things might be, which he was clear about in his interview, and I told him the whole story." Now, if you still somehow don't believe this, then surely Basim would come out and say something against this. And so far he hasn't, and I really doubt he will. Gunn lying about this would destroy his career, because not only would he have removed someone from a role for speaking up about Palestine, but he would then lie about that not being the case, and then doubled down on it by saying it happened before he made the interview. Those are things Basim would have receipts for, so if Gunn was lying, it would be very easy to prove. So I don't think he is at all. I think Basim got his timeline confused, and Gunn is simply addressing that and correcting that assumption. So this has all been dealt with, and we shouldn't worry about it. Superman Legacy hasn't got a huge cloud over it because of this, and I think anyone who still tries to hold this against Gunn is just showing their bias. It's clear this was just a misunderstanding that has been backed up by many sources, including the head of DC Studios, and like I said, it would be very easy for Basim to expose Gunn if he was lying. So I think this has all been resolved, and we can now look forward to the next episode of The Road to Superman Legacy. But make sure to let me know what you think about this situation in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon, so until then, have a great day. Bye!